The jewelry haul from Nancy is sorted. How is it sorted? Well, keep, upcycle, or sell. And you helped me sort it.
Keep or sell, sell or keep. Some are treasures meant to keep. That one is meant to be yours to keep. Upcycle all the rest. Make magic from the heap.
If you're new here, I'm Vickie, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, a recent video before this video was a jewelry haul from a fan and a friend of the channel. Her name is Nancy. She lives across the country from me here in Northeast Tennessee. She sent me a beautiful haul of jewelry with her blessing to do anything that I would like with it, and she has sent me several hauls now. But with this last haul, I invited you, my subscribers, to help me decide which pieces to keep, upcycle, or sell. This is the keep bag, and the necklace I'm wearing is one of the necklaces that you said I should keep. It may not go perfectly with this neckline, but the colors work pretty good. You help decide which pieces are going up for sale, and this bag of jewelry is going to be for sale in Avante Jewelry, which is a new store that I'm working on, meaning I have been selling Avante jewelry on eBay, but I'm working on a new store, so I'm saving it for that. And then upcycle. Yes, upcycle. So what I'm doing in this video is taking something from the upcycle bag and upcycling it in this video. And in this first video, because there's going to be several, in the first one we're going to make 6 pairs of earrings. Yes, 6 pairs of earrings from some of the jewelry that you selected and that I took apart and made into earrings. If that sounds like fun, keep watching. Let's take a look at the jewelry that you suggested that I upcycle. I'm not even sure what all I have here because I separated this quite fast. And you can see everything's numbered. To tell you the truth, out of the 20 plus pieces that we started with, it's not a lot to upcycle here. But then again, I could take some of the pieces that you said keep and upcycle those. I guess it's time to take these out of the bag, huh? Because I'm not going to be putting these in the keep or sell pile. So let's take a look again. I'm not opening these in any certain order.
A box of stories wrapped in shine, from Nancy's hands to yours and mine. Opened up a treasure call. Wow. What a haul. Necklaces, tangled beads that gleam, each one holding a hidden dream. Lots of pretty jewelry laid out small. This is such a fun video for us all. Wow, what a haul. How can I be a friend of Nancy's too, with a heart so kind and all she gave to you? Waiting patiently, we're watching through. Can't wait to see what you decide to do. Keep or sell, sell or keep. Some are treasures meant to keep. That one is meant to be yours to keep. Upcycle all the rest. Make magic from the heap. Give that one to me, I'm calling it now. I wanna buy it, tell me how. Thank you, Nancy, for gifts to us all. Love the inspiration. Wow, what a haul. Tiger's eye necklace catches the light. A pink crystal necklace shining bright. A Chico's necklace with style and grace. Each piece finding its rightful place. Button bracelet, simple and sweet. Joan River sparkle, bold and elite. Lots of workable chains in the mix. Endless ideas, creative tricks. The colors are fantastic, can't deny. Each piece makes imagination fly. We're all watching, standing by. We'll love for you, upcycle it all. Keep or sell, sell or keep. Some are treasures meant to keep. Upcycle to keep or pass along. Every choice feels right, feels strong. Here we go, the choice is made, turning old into a new cascade. Thank you, Vickie, for making the call and inviting us to vote on the haul. This was fun. Wow, what a haul. Keep or sell that one. Voices say, give that one to me. Along the way, sell or upcycle, decisions unfold, turning secondhand into stories retold, waiting.
Can I get these all under the camera so you can see everything? Maybe I'll take a photo of it too. so that you can study the photo. Where do I start? Where would you start? I haven't had much time to think about it, and I just, a few minutes before the video started, I just separated everything based upon your votes in the comments, and I have not had time to think about this. I do want to make several upcycle videos from this jewelry, so I think I'm going to start with something easy in the first one, and that would be earrings. So what can we use to make earrings? Pretty much everything. I'm going to set this aside, even though I could probably work with it. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to set this vintage one aside. Probably the metal one for now. I think I'm going to set this fine chain aside. I guess I do have something in mind for that, but I'm going to set it aside for now. You know I like to take bracelets apart to upcycle into other bracelets and or earrings. And I do like these components, but I'm not seeing this going with any of these. So let's take these apart. As far as the necklace, I mean, it is so pretty like it is. I don't know if I can take this apart yet. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to start with these bracelets. I'm going to take them all apart so that they'll be beads again. They were beads before, as I often say. They will be beads again, and then we'll go from there. I may need to work in some other components. I mean, obviously I'll need to work in some ear wires, you know, and things like that. But I may also work in some metal findings. You know, who knows? First thing I'm going to do is take these apart.
Turning secondhand into stories retold, waiting, watching hearts inspired. Every piece lifts spirits higher. From Nancy's gift to Vickie's art, each creation comes from heart. Keep ourself, or keep jewelry dreams from a memory deep. That one is meant to be yours to keep. Upcycle all the rest, no piece too small, or make new designs from them all. I wanna buy it, don't you see? There's magic in this journey, free. Thank you, Nancy, for gifts that call. Love the inspiration. This was fun. Wow, what a haul. Can't wait to see what you do. We shared our thoughts, excited to see what you do with it all.
You can see how old that string is. It's not elastic, it's string, but you can see how old it is. The clasp might be able to be cleaned up, the lobster clasp. I'll set that aside. This is what we have. We do have some different shapes. I mean, the cat's eye have a different shape. And we have some square beads. So, that bead is plastic and it's coated. And you can see it has some wear. Let's see what we can do here with these. Any ideas? I started to separate the red and the white, but I nixed that and decided to separate by size, kind of. I mean, most of these beads are round, and they're the largest of the beads that we have. And then we have what I consider the medium size, and then we have square beads, all square. And then I would consider these tiny little beads, the 6/0s and some of the daisy spacers and the seed beads, I would consider these to be spacer beads. So that's what we have so far. And I'm looking over here at the left, and I'm like, I said I wasn't going to use this little angel, but I do like some of the beads that are in here. I do. I might get into those. We'll see. But let's see what we can do here. And as I said a few minutes ago, I may very well introduce some other components with these other than the ear wires. You know, I have the silver and the gold ear wires, but I might introduce something else, maybe some bead caps or something. But first thing I need to do is just pick out the colors that I'd like. And we need head pins. I've got silver and some gold head pins, so we have those. So okay, let's just let's go with 2 silver head pins. I'm going to set this back out of the way, and that's what I've got, 2 2-inch head pins. And I'm looking here. Oh, you know what? I was eyeing these green beads here, but they are not the same size. Those are 2 different sizes. What else could we do? Let's put this black on here. Black and aqua can look really nice together. That's what we have. It's not showing up. This is what we have. And the cat's eye beads vary in size. This is what we have so far. We could use another seed bead on top. And yes, I said these are a copper color, but I think they'll be okay. I think those would work. I know I have some tops with aqua and black in them. Do you? Do you have this color? All right, let's go ahead and turn these into some earrings. Just pushing the beads down, bending this at a right angle. You'll need your round nose pliers to trim this back to about 3/8 of an inch. Wires flush with my round nose pliers. Make a loop. Close the loop. Do the other one. Push the beads down. Cut back to 3/8 of an inch, approximately. You can always put a mark with a marker on your round nose pliers. Close that up. And then I like to use my chain nose pliers and open up the side of the loop on the ear wire. Close that up. Let's take a look at these. Very simple, but they're cute. Here's our first pair of earrings in the black and aqua. Let's check the size on the black roundel. I think it's 10. Yes, it is 10 millimeter. So we have 2 of those. And then the cat's eye, is it 6? It's in between 6 and 7, but I would call it a 6, even though it didn't go through all the way. So that's all you need to make a cute pair of earrings. Very fast and easy. Let's take a closer look at the first pair of earrings. I hope it will focus. I'm not sure that it is. Let's see if I can touch the screen and get it to focus a little bit. These are fun. I used the cat's eyes and some of the black rondelles, and this is pair number 1. At the end of the video, I will recap all the earrings that we made in this video and invite you to vote for your favorite pair, or favorites that we made in this video. But this is pair number 1. But let's make another pair. Let's make some earrings with these square beads. I've got an idea in mind. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. But I'm going to use several head pins. I have gold tone head pins here. I've got 6 of them. And I think I'm going to try to work in some little bead here. I've got these little copper, kind of gold tone copper ones. Let's try putting 3 of these on here. 3 of the squares. And then another little gold bead. So we've got 3 on here. Try that again because we have to make a pair of earrings. We can't make just one. So right now we have 3 square beads per head pin. Oh, I didn't put a little gold bead on top of here. I say gold, but it's got a little hint of copper. So that's what I have so far, 2 of these. But I have some more head pins here. Let's find some more of those little seed beads in the same color. This time let's add 2 square beads per head pin. I still want to finish with the little seed bead. So now we have a 3 and a 2. 3 squares and 2 squares. That's what we have so far. Got 2 more head pins. Do I have enough of these seed beads in the same color? I think I do. This time let's add just 1 square bead per head pin. I need 2 more of these, please. Okay, I think I've got it. So we have 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and 1. That's what we've got. Got some gold ear wires. And I was looking over here to the side, looking at this necklace with this long pendant with the same shapes. This was, what's this branded? Oh, this is the Chico's. I'm looking at it for the components. We have some small oval links and some larger oval links. And I'm thinking about taking this apart, if I can. Do they have a cut in them? I'm looking here. Sometimes they're soldered. I may not be able to open these. Oops. That one is soldered. So I don't even know if I can open any of these. That's not going to help my idea out at all now, is it? The ones that are connected by jump rings I can take apart. How about these? I swear I saw a cut. Nope, soldered. It's probably a good thing that it's soldered. Oh well, I'm going to go for this loop here. I can't open up the individual loops because they're soldered, but I can separate the ones that are connected with jump rings. Do I have 2 of those? I like that. But do I have 2 of them? Wouldn't that be something that I don't? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I only have one like that. Well, that's not going to help me either. I am striking out here. They have these longer ones. Do I have 2 of this? Okay, I see 2 of these. 2 of those. Taking those off. Just trying to find the cut in the jump ring. Here's the other one. So happy to have 2 of these loops that aren't too long. I didn't want the really big ones. I wanted that small one, but can't have it. Can't have it because I don't have 2 of them. Let's set this aside for now. I might need some other pieces of it. If you're enjoying this video, I appreciate a thumbs up, like, and be sure to comment. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching. There's more. This is what we have. We could wear the earrings just like this, or we can attach these. My concern is I went ahead and bent this. I didn't know the camera wasn't on, but I bent this, and then I realized that we have to make a pretty large loop to get this to go through here. Or I could use jump rings. So that is a possibility. I do have jump rings that I can take from here. I might actually like the idea of jump rings. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down to 3/8 of an inch, just like I would for making an earring, and then make my loop. Wires flush, make the loop, close it up. Before we go too far, let's see if these jump rings are going to work, or if I need to get smaller ones. I'm hoping it works. I'm going to put this through here. I mean, I know the jump rings work because they came off of here, but now I've got the little dangle inside of here as well. Let's just take it off the display. We have one dangle, and I do like the jump rings, so I'm definitely going to be using jump rings, and I'll need more, so I'll be taking them off of here or this piece. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's get ready. Let's go ahead and prep by getting a few more jump rings. We could make a lot of earrings out of these metal components here on the Chico's necklace. We could. So many things we can do. I need 6 jump rings. So we have one on here. Let's go ahead and add another one. I just have to decide, oops, we need to take the one with two squares, push the beads down. Don't really need a head pin this long, but they are all the same finish, so I'm going with it. Wires flush, make the loop, close the loop, straighten it up if you need to. Take the jump ring and put it through the loop, and then we just have to decide if we're putting these in order by square cubes or if we're alternating. Again, I'm trying to do this on the display. Let's take a look now that we have 2 of them on here. That's with 2. Let's make the one that has just 1 square. I don't know if you know this. The lower you get down on the head pin, like a 2-inch head pin like this, the stiffer the wire is. Okay, now do we want to put it here on the inside or on the other side? 3, 2, 1, stagger like that, just like it is, 3, 2, 1, or alternate. I think I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. If I had put the 3 in the center and a 2 squares on each side, that would have looked really nice. But I think I'm going for the 3, 2, 1. But like I said, it would have looked nice too with the 2 on that side. Oh, do I want 3, 2, 1 or do I want 3 and 2 and 2? What would you do? I have to tell you, I'm changing my mind now. I think I would like 3 with a 2 and 2 on each side. Yeah, I think I would like that better. You have to leave me a comment and let me and everyone else know what you would have done. So this is going to be a waste, but that's the way it goes. That happens sometimes. And if you need tools, if you need round nose pliers with the cutters built in like I use, or flat nose or the chain nose, any jewelry making supplies, I'll put the QR code on the screen here. and I'll also include it at the end of the video. And if you're on your phone, you can find the link below the video. So I'm going with 2. 3 in the center, 2 on each side. I thought I would like 3, 2, 1, but turns out I really don't. So I'm changing my mind. That's what we do here. All the time, changing my mind. We are not locked into anything. Let's put this on the other side. We'll take a look. We are designing as we go. Maybe that's a song. Design as you go. Okay. I like that. I like the 3 and the 2 and the 2. I like the colors too. All right, so we just need to make the other one, except this one needs to become 2, not 1. If I didn't say it at the beginning, I have a song for you in this video, and I'll play some of that right now while we make the second earring.
Gather around the table, let's take a look. Like a sparkling page from a storybook on this beautiful jewelry haul from Nancy. So many beautiful pieces, some unique, some fancy. Beads and chain and baubles galore. Crystals shining, let's explore some more. Do we keep it as is or take it apart? Something old, something new, a treasure reimagined just for you. Thank you for helping me decide with all of you.
Here's our earrings made with the square cube beads and some of the textured links from that Chico's necklace. The gold is brighter on my ear wires. I just don't have any with that finish, but I think these are very stylish. A nice long earring if you like this length. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks very modern. Remember, I'm going to ask you to vote at the end of the video, so this is pair number. Here's pair number 2, and I'm really glad that I just put 2 and 2 on the outside of the 3 instead of doing the 1, 2, 3. I like this a lot better. Pair number 2. But let's make another pair. Now that I took this apart, I feel like I want to keep going with this because, it really can add a lot of interest to the earrings. They're not just beads, stacked on a head pin. So I'm going to go ahead and take a few more components from here because I see a few more that I have a couple of. This, oh, no, wait, that's not textured on the back. See, there we go. I thought it was one of these. That's what I was going for. But that's one I was actually going for. That's so funny. Similar in shape, but not the same. I really love working with metal components like this because there's a lot you can do. But right now I'm just trying to make some earrings. Okay, that's what I wanted. They're only textured on one side, which is too bad. I might be using more of these. Who knows? We've got some jump rings. In fact, I might even need a couple more jump rings, so let's go ahead and get some. Not sure. Just playing here. So we have 2 of these, and I pulled out 2. I have 2 posts in the gold tone, a couple of little 1-inch head pins. And I'm looking over here, and I'm thinking that we're going to dangle that from here. I know that for sure. That's about the only part I know for sure. So let's see if we can attach this to here and what direction it's going to fall. Attach it to the loop. If I can get this through the loop, I don't know if the loop on the post is too small. Nope, got it. Got it through. Let's close that up. Let me just put it through here so you can see. Putting the back on it. That's what I have so far. Let's do the same thing here. So this is what we have, and we most certainly could add another little dangle to it. Oh, look, that doesn't have a hole in the bottom. Are you kidding me? But this one does. I gotta change these out. Just couldn't see it. You might have seen it on camera, but I didn't see it. There's always a lot going on in my head when I'm doing this. this again. This is what we have, and they both have a hole at the bottom. Yay. And I don't even know, am I using these two head pins? All right, so I'm looking at all these beads that we have here, trying to figure out. We use the square ones, so I'm going to set those aside for now. I'm looking at all the pretty colors, and I'm interested in finding one to be a little dangle here at the bottom. That's why the head pins are only 1 inch. I happen to find those in my stash. Mostly I have 2 inch, but I'm looking at the different colors. We have the yellow. We have this round. Get back over here. We have this round blue. We do. We really do have a round blue. Maybe I should put these on the head pins since they keep rolling away. We have this color. It's bluish. And then we have this crystal. This is beautiful crystal. That would be very pretty. So that's a possibility. We have clear. Yeah, could do that. Doesn't really jump out. I don't think I'm going to use the cat's eye beads. We have this multicolor metallic bead. Ooh, that's pretty. That is actually pretty. I was leaning towards this one. I was leaning towards the crystal. But that's pretty too. It has a little bit of gold tint to it. Or that. Now it's getting tough because I like both of them. This is going to reflect the light, and if you're wearing these outside, they'll be really sparkly. This is not going to sparkle, but it's pretty. All right, I guess I'm going for the sparkle. So 2 of these, but I'm looking here to see if we want to put a spacer bead at the top and the bottom. What do I have left? I have some gold, and I could get into my own stash too. I could. Those 2 are gold. I'm just trying to work from this as much as I can. And we do have, we could put more than 1 bead on here. I have enough room on that head pin we could. What I need to make sure is that this head pin doesn't go through this bead. It's pretty close. So I kind of want a seed bead on the bottom there. I don't really like these beads. Not at all. I don't know. You can see these. I don't really care for these little seed beads. They're very rough looking. I don't think I have 4 gold. Or do I? I do. So let's just take a look. If we put a gold at the bottom just to make sure that this glass crystal doesn't fall off. We put a gold at the top. Honestly, I liked it better when the head pin was flush. But it does make the bead pop. It does. Let's try it. Let's try it with just the gold bead at the top, if I can get by with. So that's what it looks like here. I have to tell you, I do think that the gold bead at the bottom and the top makes the crystal pop. So, oh, I didn't try it like this with 2 beads. Now, if I did 2 beads, I really don't want the bead at the bottom. Do you see how the decision-making in designing can change so often just because, there's just so many options, so many variables. All right, I'm going to forget the bead at the top. I'm going to go with the bead at the bottom and the top because the hole in this particular bead is actually quite large, so I'm going with it. Gold bead at the bottom, gold bead at the top. Now, I could attach these with a jump ring. I could, or I might be able to just make a little loop right here with this head pin. I'm going to try to just work with the head pin. I don't have to trim it very much. And I do have a few extra head pins if I need it. I'm going to make this loop a little larger than I normally do. Just a little bit because I'm going to need to get through this hole. I'm going to try that before I do the other one. Like I said, I have a couple of extra head pins left. So if this doesn't work, I have a couple more that I could use. The 1-inch head pins. I need to close it just a little better. I know I can't hardly show it to you right now, but I'm trying to push the seed bead down just a little bit. I think I got it. I'll show it to you in just a minute. But before I do, I want to finish the other one. sideways. Like I said, I'll show you in just a minute. I am going from the front to the back, closing this up. I think we've got it. Oh, these are pretty. Check these out. Look how elegant. Isn't that beautiful? These look like they're different lengths only because of the way they're falling on my display. Oh, actually, no. Uh-oh. I just noticed this post has a larger bead than that one. They were in the same container. I didn't even know I had two different sizes. No worries. I found another one. I just need to take this off of here and change it out. Glad I saw that now before I listed them for sale. I didn't even know I had two sizes. It's been a long time since I've used the gold tone. Actually, I think these are gold plated, but just safer to say gold tone. All right, now we've got two that match. Who knew, right? Look how beautiful these are. I love these. So pretty. This is pair number 3. It was really fun to take apart that gold necklace and work with some of those components again. Would you wear these? I would. In fact, I might make another pair because I'm going to be listing these eventually for sale. I might make another pair on a few of these that I made. But let's move on and make another pair. Pair number 3. For the 4th pair of earrings, I have some gold tone ear wires. I have some of the crystals and that one that is more of a matte finish but has hints of gold. Those beads are glass beads. I have some 6/0s, a couple of gold head pins, 2-inch, and I pulled out some daisy spacers. I told you I might add something else. So a couple of gold daisy spacers, and I have a couple of jump rings in here too. For some reason, I keep leaning towards the gold tones with the blues instead of the silver. That's what I've got here. Let's take the head pins. Oh, and you know what? I think I want two more head pins. So 4 head pins. I'll be honest with you, I've got a little idea on mine. I'm going to try it. I've got 2 2-inch head pins, and I'm going to put a 6/0 on the bottom of each of these. And let's put the crystals on the bottom of each. Oh, wait a minute. I do have these daisy spacers, but first I want to show you the difference that a little daisy spacer can make. Where did that bead go? There it is. Popped out of there. So here's these pretty crystals. The crystals are beautiful, but here they are without any daisy spacers. But I want to show you how the simplest of things, like tiny little gold daisy spacers, I want to show you side by side with the daisy spacers and without, so you can see what a difference adding a couple of daisy spacer makes. Can you see the difference there? How the gold daisy spacers make the crystal pop and dresses it up. I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and add them to both of these with a little 6/0 on top because I'm still working with the beads from the original bracelets. So we have 2 of these. Let's set that aside. Take 2 more head pins. Again, put a 6/0 at the bottom. That 6/0 looks a little big, so I'm going to see if I can find another one. They're not always the same size. I need 2 that are similar in size. And then we're using this, well, I don't know what to call this. It's not quite a matte because it has a sheen, but it's different shades. It's coated with like a metallic finish that shows aqua and blue and a little bit of gold. Oops, I forgot. I wanted to put some daisy spacers here. In fact, I think I need to get a couple more out. So I'll be right back. Okay, found a couple more daisy spacers. Putting one at the top and the bottom of the rondelle. These are called rondelles because of the shape. We have 2 of those and 2 of these and 2 jump rings. That's what we have. What I'm thinking is putting one of each, one of the crystal, one of the rondelle with a metallic finish, one of each of these on a jump ring on the ear wire. But I want to stagger them. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and decide which one I want higher up than the other. I think I want to put the crystal higher up because it's a little lighter looking because it has more light going through it. So I'm pushing the beads down at the same time that I'm bringing this seed bead, of the one that I'm pulling up, that seed bead just above the seed bead of the longer one. Thereabouts, as close as I can get it. And then I'm going to bring these 2 head pins together and take my round nose pliers and I'm going to cut the part that sticks out here. I cut that. So that's about how much I cut off. So now they're staggered. Well, let's just finish this part out and then I'll finish the other earring. Now I want to use the jump ring, but I need to make some loops in these. But it's not like I do with most of my earrings where I would push the beads down and bend it at a right angle here. No, I don't want to do that because I want these to be long. So I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and I'm just going to get a spot in mind that I want to use here, and I'm going to just make a loop. I've got a loop. Then I'm going to put the round nose pliers back in, and I'm going to slightly bend this back so I can straighten that loop. I'm trying to make an eye pin. Do you see the eye pin? I think you can see it there. And then I'll, close it up. So I'm making my own eye pins. I'm letting the beads drop down. The wire is flush, but I'm making a loop. Make a loop, put these back in, and then just kind of bend that down slightly and make an eye pin. And I could close that up a little more. I do want it closed, but I don't want to lose my little bend in it either. So now let's just try one before we go too far, and let's take our jump ring, which I'm taking the jump ring from here, and let's pick up each one of these. I think I want the loop going the same direction. This is what it's too hard to show you on here. I'll put it on an earring display when I get done. Close this up, close the jump ring up. Let's see if we like the way this is going to lay before we go any further. Do you see how pretty that is? And how unique, and how those little daisy spacers add so much to it. Let's make the other. Now, again, I want the light crystal at the top. So I'm going to line these up, make sure the beads are dropping down, make sure that these 6 O's, one is stacked just above the other. Hold on to them really good, and then cut the longest part so that they're cut off even at the top. And then let's go ahead and wires flush, make a loop. Put your round nose pliers in, bend that back. You've got an eye pin, and we can still work on it and close it up just a little bit. Luckily, the jump ring is pretty thick, so we don't have to worry about it being perfectly closed, but as much as possible. Make the loop, round nose pliers back in, bend that down slightly, and close it up. Let's take our jump ring. Now we do need to decide. I think I'm going to have the short one be to the outside. So I'm going to put the short one on first, then the longer one, facing the loop at the top, the same direction, and then making sure that when I put these on the ear wire, that they're facing opposite of the first one. Wait till you see these. They're so pretty, so simple and so pretty. Look at that. The pretty crystals at the top, the metallic rondelle at the bottom, the daisy spacers making everything pop. Love the gold with this. How quick and easy were those? I mean, really, truly. And I still have so many beads left. I could make even more of these earrings if I wanted to and sell them. But this is pair number 4. Pair number 4 may not be for everyone, but I like these. They're unique and they have a contemporary look to them. Of course, they're longer, so you have to like longer earrings, but pair number 4. I'm drawn back to these cubes again. We've used quite a few different beads in this video, but I have 2 silver-plated head pins. I did pull out some 3mm round silver beads, put at the bottom, and we are going to add some daisy spacers. So yes, I got into my daisy spacers again because I think they add a lot. Whoops, if I don't drop it, it can add a lot. So daisy spacer, cube on each one. This is just going to be a stacked pair of earrings, stacked beads and daisy spacers. Got a daisy spacer on the top and the bottom of the cube. These are going to be very dainty earrings. Very lightweight too. Daisy spacer in between everything. Let's add another layer of cube beads. And let's just go with another daisy spacer on top. These are tiny. And then again, a round bead, 3mm bead on the very top. So that's what we have. Just very, very dainty, and yet they have a modern look to them. Let's get a couple of ear wires here. Make sure the loop is facing the same direction. Push the beads down, bend it at a right angle, trim it down to 3/8 of an inch. Wires flush, make a loop, close the loop, straighten up the loop. Yeah, straighten that loop up. Do the same thing here. We have a really dainty pair of earrings, pair number 5. And if you have cubes in different colors, just imagine these in a variety of colors, or multicolor if you will. Pair number 5, very dainty. But if you recall, it wasn't too long ago that we made necklaces using square beads. And I don't think I showed this same exact earring. I think they were a little bit different. But here you go, pair number 5. And you can make these in all different colors. No one says that our earrings have to be statement earrings. We can just make simple earrings. Number 5. I don't have a lot of beads left. You can see here, this is what we have left. And I've already used pretty much everything that you see here. I mean, I'm not getting into some of these larger beads because they're just one of each. But I was eyeing these red beads. I wanted to do red, white, and blue, but I don't really have a good solid blue bead. So I decided maybe we would make something whimsical. Yes, whimsical. Got the 2 round red beads. And I should tell you what size these are. I think they're 8mm. They are 8mm. And if you need one of these, it will be in my Avante Joy Amazon store. And thank you to those of you who support the channel by purchasing things. So what do I mean by whimsical? Well, I pulled out some things here because when I looked at this, I thought cherry. I thought apple. I mean, if I can't do red, white, and blue without getting into some other beads, why don't we make a piece of fruit? So I grabbed some of my leaves. I have a couple of leaves here. I grabbed some green beads. I have a 6-0 and a little green bicone. Now, the 6-0 is a darker green, and my bicone bead is a lighter green, and it has an AB finish. I like the shape of the bicone, but I like the color of the 6-0. So that's what I'm going to work with, and we are just going to make, do you know what we're making here? We are making well, I'll just show you what we're making. Oops, if I quit dropping my beads, oh my gosh, these little seed beads are getting away from me. That doesn't look right, does it? Nope, I need to take that seed bead out of there maybe. Maybe I'm just getting a little goofy here and trying to do this. The leaves aren't falling exactly how I would like them to fall. We have the 6-0 up against the apple, as I'm calling it, or we have it above. I don't think it looks right above at all. I think it looks better here, but you see this little gap I have on the bottom of the leaf? I feel like I have to put another tiny seed bead there. I don't know. I'm going with it. I'm calling this an apple. Wish it was a cherry, but I'm calling it an apple. That's what it's going to look like. Oh, no. I need to have the green 6-0 up against the red bead. Then I need to fit a seed bead around the leaf just because of the way the leaf is shaped. I kind of feel like I have to do that. Just having some fun here with these red beads. That's what I'm going with. We are going to turn these into apple earrings, even though it may not be apple season yet. You can always buy apples at the grocery store, right? Be cute if they were cherries, though, or strawberries. I haven't had any strawberries this season. All right, trimming this down. Wires flush, if I can get a hold of it. Make a loop, close your loop. Make sure it's closed all the way. Could pull that back a little bit. I might have been a little long on the wire on that. A little bit on the head pin, a little bit long. So bend this at a right angle. Trim it down to about 3/8. Make a loop. Close the loop. Trying to be above that seed bead. I think I've got it. Open up the ear wire loop sideways. Close it up. I don't make whimsical earrings very often, but hey, why not? The question is, when someone sees these, will they think they're apples or just goofy looking earrings? What do you think? Here we go. Here's our apple earrings. It seems like it wants to go that direction. I guess I might have it a little tight there, but I should be able to put that leaf on either side. Okay, a little whimsy for this video. Our apple earrings. Maybe we'll make some red, white, and blue ones a little bit later. All right, so I got a little bit silly with pair number 6, little apples. I hope they're showing up. I'm going to touch the screen. Give it a second to focus. Pair number 6. Who doesn't need some apple earrings? Don't go anywhere because I'm going to recap all the earrings that we made in this video, and then I'll pop back in, and I invite you to vote for your favorite pair or pairs in this video. After I show you the photos, I'll pop back in and tell you what's up for the next video.
Thank you, Vickie, for making the call and inviting us to vote on the haul. This was fun. Wow, what a haul. Keep or sell that one. Voices say, give that one to me. Along the way, sell or upcycle. Decisions unfold, turning secondhand into stories retold. Waiting, watching, hearts inspired. Every piece lifts spirits higher. From Nancy's gift to Vickie's art, each creation comes from heart. Keep or sell.
Again, remember to vote for your favorite pair or pairs in this video, pairs of earrings. I still have jewelry to upcycle. I do. And I have some ideas for these pieces rolling around in my head. For the next video, my goal is to see how many pieces we can upcycle from the original haul. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate that thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so, and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vickie, and I'll see you in the next video.
Love the inspiration. This was fun. Wow, what a haul. Can't wait to see what you do. We shared our thoughts. Excited to see what you do with it